Welcome back to our channel Freshers Now. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, which is not going to be related to something about vacancies, notifications or anything of that sort. It's going to be something where you need to learn and build up, and it is going to be useful in any part of your life, even if you're a graduate, even if you're a fresher, just entering into the job sector or the job community, or if you are already an experienced person as well. Now this set of videos are going to be useful for you to be more mature or more skilled and professional enough in presenting yourself in a professional manner. So this video is going to cover up the basic tips that you have to know regarding your resume. So resume building or resume writing is something where most of us be confused as to how to write, what is the format. There are many formats, there are many types of resume. And also, how should we write it, how should we build it, all of these questions we just come across. So we are going to just know about what are the tips first, and then we are going to see as to how we have to build up in the further videos. So do stay tuned till the end of the video and make sure that you are at least implementing some of the tips which I'll be mentioning, or these tips might be useful to you in regards when you're building your resume. So heading over to the first section is, now, every time when you write your resume, don't just directly jump off in just typing off whatever you know or whatever you are as a form of a biodata, putting it in your resume. So first thing that you have to keep note of is emphasizing your skills, and emphasizing your skills in the sense of not just writing essays and essays or paragraphs and paragraphs in your resume. It means that what you are as a person, what you are as a professional, you should make sure that you are clarifying it very specifically in your resume. So mostly, or most of the candidates out there usually write that their skills is about just communication. So instead of just writing communication, you can just replace that word with the vocab of interpersonal skills. So that is a very good terminology, and it is also in a professional manner. Do check out the vocabulary which is going to be used in resume, because that is going to be very useful for further use as well. And next is use when you're applying for the positions and what sector that you are applying to. So if you are an IT professional, or if you are going to apply as a teacher or a content writer, or if you are going for IT sector or anything, whichever sector it may be, make sure that you are very clear about which role that you are applying to, and decluttering it whichever to the essentials that you have to keep it in your resume. And the next important tip is do not make it more than 2 pages. So shrink it up to 2 pages, 1 or 2 pages, that would be more than enough. And especially, why do our resumes get long? Because usually, especially in the hobby section, they keep reading, writing, watching TV, listening, all of these silly hobbies that we regularly do those. So these are routines that a human does, but they keep it under hobbies. So this is the major mistake that most of us do. So avoid it and shrink it to like 1 or 2 pages. Keep it professional and implement what is necessary. The next one is after 1 year of industry experience. Anything, if you're having experience as a sort of, do not keep major details into that particular job role. So you have to mention only the necessities which are essential for the job role under the work experience section. So if you have working like under like 2 months or 3 months, that doesn't come under full-time job employment. So it comes only like if you have a training period or an internship or such sort of, you will be keeping that separately. So your work experience and your internship or your training period, all of these categories are different sections. All of this doesn't come under work experience. So please note that and take ahead. The next section is curriculum vitae. So what is resume and what is curriculum vitae? So previously we have just known about what you have to be including in your resume. Now in your curriculum vitae, you have to make sure that you are emphasizing on your academic qualifications or your academic accomplishments or your academic achievements. And when you're applying to a particular school or your university, you should make sure that it is under academia background, where it only focuses on the academic growth of the individual. So curriculum vitae is going to be used only for academic purposes. It will not at all include work experience. So that is a slight difference that you have to know. So whenever you're applying to a job sector, you will be taking your resume. When you are applying to something which is related to academia background, you will be taking your curriculum vitae. In your curriculum vitae, do not include any sort of work experiences. Then, the length will depend upon your experience. So experience in the sense not about a working sector. It implements your publications, your posters and your presentations as well. Anything which is related to education and everything which is related to your research includes in your curriculum vitae. So make sure that you are very clear with what role that you are applying to and why you are applying to, or which position or type that you are applying to, so that you will be very clear enough when you are formatting your resume or curriculum vitae. Next, what does this curriculum of resume and CV include? So first is the document's length and the ability. You have to make sure that you are customizing it properly, and also you should be able to make sure that you are formatting in a very clear manner, which means you should not just have random sections, but your sections which would be very organized. So for example, most of us, what we do when we are doing our resumes, we just randomly keep school first, then work experience, and then in training, or then internship, or then certifications. So go the other way around. Latest comes the first. So put the work experience first, then your school, and after that comes the rest of it. So likewise in your curriculum vitae, you should make sure you're putting your academic qualifications, your certifications first, your latest training first, your research publications, your certifications, your training, your achievements, your awards. After that, you'll put in your school. And next, the length of the resumes are concise, as I've said. CVs you can be putting up according to the publications or the research that you have done. Next is the experience and the career type. CVs are used only for the people in academic roles. I've clearly mentioned this. And if you're currently applying to your master's or a doctoral degree, please use your CV and not your resume. And next, if you're a working professional or if you're getting into a job sector, please use your resume. So don't get confused with both of them, and format it according to the role that you have put it into. And next is you have to customize it properly. So CV is a static document, right? And that does not need to change, but you'll keep adding. There is nothing need to change every time. So CV always has this adding kind of thing. So once you've done your research, you'll be adding that to your CV. But in your resume, you have to make sure that you're upgrading it, which means once if you have done your role or something, or once if you have finished something, you'll be upgrading that position to another level or to another positions. And even in the skill set or the experience section, you have to make sure that you are putting that to the relevant industry or relevant to the role specifications as mentioned here. And next is, so for what type should I use your resume or your CV? This is the next question that we get. So where to use your resume, where to use your CV? You have got that clear idea. So which roles, which positions are clearly mentioned and what you are applying for. So if you're applying for a job in academia positions or your universities, as I've mentioned, in your master's or your doctorate degrees, or in any sort of college or universities where you will be researching something or where you will be learning something, then you will be using your CV. And where is the company based? So ask these questions when you are applying. So where is this company based? What is the role that you will be doing? What are the responsibilities that you'll be handling? Or is there any learning kind of stuff which I'll be getting through this particular role? And what kind of company is it? Where it is located? What type of job you are seeking for? What type of role that you are going to be entering into? And then tailor that according to the position, the role and the responsibilities, and then you will be handing over your resume. And now if you have any sort of questions, you can feel free to ask me through the comments from the comment section. And if you have any doubts or if you have anything you have to say to me, you have to put them in the comment section. And please do wait for the further videos. We are going to cover up lots under the resume section. So today is just a little bit that we have done through resume and CV. And don't forget to stay tuned, subscribe to Freshers Now, and thank you for watching.